Hey, it's Michael again. I just wanted to make a kind of life update video since I already made the testosterone one. Life update. I have been working at a new job for almost a month. In 5 days, it'll be exactly a month. It's been really interesting because it's something I'm not typically used to. I've never done a call center before. Plus, I've never actually had the chance to be working stealth as male. Unfortunately, before I started working, the whole stealth thing kinda didn't really happen as seamlessly as I thought it would, since someone that attends our transgender support groups actually works in the same office where I'm working and decided to out me. So it's been a really uncomfortable experience. I don't know if it would have been, if it'd still be uncomfortable had she not outed me. I'll never know, I guess. So it's definitely been one of those things where I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop kind of scenarios. It's not the ideal kind of thing, but thankfully for the most part, I haven't had any problems. Granted, I have had some, just not as many as I thought I would be having. So that's good. I present mail. I am really, really glad that I have legal documentation, all that stuff changed, except for like birth certificate, but that wasn't needed for the job. Just, it was nice going into this job having all my documentation say Michael, instead of where the last place I worked, I was under a previous name, and then I changed it and all that, trying to figure things out. Plus, I had a hell of a time with changing things. I mean, it was easy, just actually getting it in the mail wasn't. It didn't really happen as seamlessly or nicely as I had expected it to, so that was frustrating. I guess I should have had lower expectations. Unfortunately, I did not, so I was unhappy. So work's been going interesting. The men's bathroom has been really awkward, because for the longest time I kind of just stopped using my STP device, and then I had to start using it again, and I was freaking out like, oh my god, how does this work? Am I gonna pee my pants because of it? And thankfully, that has not happened. Granted, I do kind of, for the most part, have to wear a certain kind of underwear. I have to wear boxers. I only own, like, boxers and boxer briefs, so, and I actually have more boxer briefs than boxers, or, I actually have, that's wrong. I have more boxers than I do boxer briefs, but I have more boxer briefs that I actually like to wear than I do boxers. So, yeah. Although, actually, just yesterday, I kind of sucked it up, and I was like, I'll just pull down my underwear a little bit more to use my STP, and that worked. It sufficed perfectly. No problems. So, now I don't have to worry about what kind of underwear I wear. Yeah. I have to wear kind of like business casual, and it's something as a child I was always looking forward to. I always liked dressing up, and now that appeal is it's gone for the most part. But that might also be because of the fact that I'm very, very self-conscious about my chest. I just got a new binder the other day. I hadn't had a new one for over a year. So, yesterday and today I was incredibly miserable because I forgot how much new binders, like, cut into your armpit, and it's not fun. So, I am severely, like, jealous of anyone who's had the opportunity to get chest surgery. I am, unfortunately, in the boat where that's probably not going to happen for a long time. So that's kind of been a downer. that coming to that realization, and so yeah. Otherwise, work's going pretty good. It's definitely interesting to, like, kind of compare notes with the fact that, like, when you look online, there's, I think, this place called, like, Hudson's STP Guide, and it basically has these, like, rules for men's bathroom. And where I work, the guys, like, totally break those rules, so it's been really odd, kind of, I don't know, absorbing that. They go into the bathroom and they just talk, they chatter like women, and it's really uncomfortable, really not something I kind of wanted to have to do, so I don't really talk. I just get my business done and leave. I'm not interested in socializing while people are holding their penises or grunting in the bathroom. Yeah, if you're gonna have a conversation, you have it outside the bathroom. That's just my 2 cents. I mean, I understand how women are all chattery, but men, please, do not have conversations in the bathroom. That's just weird. Yeah. Otherwise, life. My mother has been out of town since I started my job, so almost a month. She comes back the 23rd, and it has been really weird having her gone from her house, because I've been staying at her house, taking care of the animals, taking care of my little fluffer dog, Fluffernut. Her name's actually Ellen, but she has a nickname because she's so fluffy, and she's kind of nutty. So, yeah. So I've been kind of the man of the house, making sure everything's going well, things are alive and not dead, although I may have actually killed a few plants. But that's because when I try to water them, the dogs like to attack me because they like water so much, and they like to eat the water from the hose. And I'm not overly happy with that, because I get wet and, like, jumped on. And granted, my dog, Ellen, is really tiny. The other dog, Buddy, is big, like 90 pounds, and yeah. I'm short, so you can imagine how horrible it is. And so, yeah. But on the subject of binders, actually, I cannot wait to never have to wear one again, because just, like, in the last few days, I came to the very, creepy kind of conclusion and whatnot, that, like, I was feeling my ribs, and my binder, like, where it ends, has literally, like, caused a big, like, a divot? I don't think that's the right word, but it's basically, like, cinched that in, so I have, like, my ribs go like this. It's, yeah. I now fully understand why my doctor, when I was having problems breathing and my ribs were hurting, when he said, "I don't like the way your ribs feel," I completely understand that, because I don't like the way they feel either, and I'm actually really, really concerned about, if this has just been from 1 year of wearing a binder, what's gonna happen with, like, another year, or 2 more, because honestly, I don't think I'm gonna raise, like, $10,000 anytime soon. It's definitely a lot harder than people make it out to be, plus, I feel really bad about asking for, like, donations, or even, like, kind of, like, doing fundraisers, because I don't know. I've always just been one of those people where I don't like people giving me money. It's, yeah. I mean, I mow my neighbor's lawn, and I hate the fact that they pay me, because they're old and like my grandparents, even though they're not. But, we've gotten closer in the past, like, year, and, I mean, I've mowed their lawn for several years, but I've never liked getting paid for it, because I just feel like it's my duty as someone my age to be taking care of my elders and my neighbors. So, I have never been in the position where I've asked for money, and I don't know how to ask for help either. So, I think I'm going to be stuck with binders for quite a number of years, and I don't know how I feel about it basically completely damaging my rib cage. So yeah, I'm probably gonna make a doctor's appointment sometime just to get things checked up and whatnot. And yeah, because that's not a good sign. And I'm not wearing a binder that's too tight. I wear one that's meant for like my size. Granted, I don't actually know what size breasts I ever had, because that wasn't something I enjoyed shopping for. Yeah, I was okay with wearing sports bras, but my mother was not. Because apparently breasts are something holy, and you want to keep them intact, and you don't want them flat. Well, she should look at mine now, because they are not desirable in the slightest. They're just like, they're seriously like 90-year-old woman boobs. Yeah. It's interesting. I don't want anyone to see them, which moves on to the whole other topic of Michael might have a girlfriend. And Michael doesn't exactly know how to feel about that. I mean, I guess, honestly, it'd be nice to have a girlfriend. But being transgender and dating a girl, when you're transgender, that whole thing gets more confusing. Like, the whole dating thing, far more confusing than it already was. Because people are gonna, like, people that actually know who you were in the past are like, so, does that mean you're gay? Or, are you straight? All this, they like to bring the past into the future. And so, the way I see myself, granted, I'm still confused. I guess I would see myself as a straight male who, is also a bit asexual. If that makes any sense. Like, I could probably have the world's most confusing sexual title. Like, Michael is a straight, asexual, pansexual, germophobic, sexual person, and that makes no sense. But, yeah. So, I think for the most part, I like girls, but as a male. Because I dated one girl. I've only actually had 2 relationships, and I was a girl in both of them. Once I dated a guy, that was okay. Once I dated a girl, that was okay. And so, it should be really interesting to see if maybe things get better, because I'm the man this time, and I feel like I was always kind of supposed to be. Especially since I was always the one who asked the person out. It was just something I always did, and yeah. Granted, it would be really nice to be asked out. I would like to have that experience. But, I guess, yeah. I don't know. Her and I, I'm like Sheldon Cooper, in many ways, and apparently like Monk. Although, I was insulted the other day at work, I think. I took it slightly as an insult. I was told that I make Monk look like a slob. Do you want to see my room right now? Oh, you can see my teddy bear. My room currently is a mess. Can you see that? It's disgusting. And I don't know, the fact that I'm, like, repulsed by it does kind of, I don't know, enforce that comment. But I'm gonna say it doesn't, because just look around. Sure, it's a mess. There's, like, clothes everywhere, and yeah. Granted, I'm doing a thorough cleanup tomorrow morning, because I can't stand everything. I've just been really lazy, because I get off work late, so, I don't know. And at work, I'm a major germaphobe. In general, I guess I am, but when it's, like, my space, I'm not always, but that's because it's usually just me, no one else. So, I know what's there for the most part. I'm not like, oh god, did someone pee here? Or, what's that odor? I don't have to question it, because I know what it is, generally. Or I know that I'm the one that caused it, so I don't have to flip out as much. And, like, retreat into, like, this bubble that I don't have, which I kind of sometimes wish I did. So, yeah, I actually have, I'm, dating, I'm, like, really bad. Why I was saying I'm like Sheldon Cooper is, I had asked her if she liked me, because I liked her, but someone else told me that she liked me, and so I just wanted to confirm it. And so, I was like, so, are we like in a mutual agreement that we would potentially like to date each other? I'm not just one of those people that, let's date. I make it complicated. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, she's like, what do you think? And I was like, can I like get back to you in a week? And I only asked that because I was freaking out. I'm still freaking out because of the fact that I don't honestly know that or feel like she sees me as a guy. Especially since she's talked to someone else and outed me to him. So, I don't know if she thinks I'm like a really butch lesbian, and I don't like that title. I hate that title. I want to be a straight guy. So, that's kind of been worrying me, and I feel like I have to consult with my counselor, because, I know, counselor, but, it's just something I've really wasn't prepared for. Granted, I would like to test the water and everything, and see how things go, but I don't want to feel constantly like I'm being viewed as a female that just wants to be seen as male, because that's not how I want to be viewed, as how I feel for the most part. Granted, I did mention that lately I've been feeling like internally girly. Not like I don't want to present as a girl, it's just I think because of being outed at work, I'm on this whole other level of self-conscious, like, oh my god, are my arms too girly? Are my hands too girly? All this stuff, and so it's just making me, yeah. Plus, I've actually never had to interact so much with guys that I guess I feel like I'm still interacting like a girl, and I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting slightly off topic. So, I don't know how to feel about dating and whatnot, but I guess I'll try it, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Granted, I feel like, I mean, we've become good friends in the short amount of time, and so I'm slightly worried that if dating doesn't work out between us, that maybe things will be awkward afterwards, and I don't want that, so that's kind of one reason that I kind of don't want to date, but that's just one reason. Well, there's two. The fact that she may still see me as a girl, even though I take testosterone. And the other reason why I think she sees me as a girl is because this, person who is transitioning from male to female had told her that she liked her, and this girl said that she only liked biological women. So, that's kind of, I mean, that was a big insult for my friend. But then, for me, it's like, so, because I'm a biological woman, biological girl, you still like me, even though I don't want to be seen as a girl, and I probably will not ever take off my shirt if we get to, like, a serious enough part of our relationship where we are, I guess, intimate, because I don't want someone to see my boobs. Granted, I do occasionally take off my binder, but that's because of the fact that it is ruining my body. So, yeah. Anyways, I kind of asked her if she wanted, I asked her to dinner, like, for next Saturday, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm definitely still new to relationships, since I've only had, like, 2, and they didn't last too long. One lasted, like, 4 months, and the other one didn't last a month, so I don't know. It should definitely be interesting, and I'm just gonna, yeah. It'll be really interesting because I'm a germaphobe. And I've never kissed anyone because of the fact that I do not like the idea of exchanging saliva, or, like, someone's saliva on my, like, in my mouth or near me. So that should be really fun to deal with, which is another reason why I have to talk to my counselor to see if I can find any way to cope with that and get over it. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's been life. It's been hectic because of work, taking care of animals, and having a girl almost constantly stay the night at my house. And so, yeah, it's been nice. I realize that I don't always like to be alone, at least in a house. I don't mind being alone if I, like, am in my own apartment, because I feel more safe, because there are so many other people in the building. But just being the only one in one house, that's really big. And the fact that it's the one I grew up in, and that I have, like, all these fears in me from when I was little that are still, like, valid, really creepy. So it's been nice, like, when she spends the night. Yeah, so I know I showed you my shirt. It's cool dinosaur, with a teacup. I'm gonna be really weird and set this down. You're gonna, like, look kind of at the ceiling, and you can see a really bad angle of me. I'm gonna take off my shirt so I can show you the back, because the back is kind of not what it's all about, but, it's great. It's important. So, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. And it's backwards, I realize. And I really suck at this. But if you can read things that way, yeah. But anyways, it says, LGBT Rex. The T isn't silent. The T is loud like a dinosaur. And I have dinosaur things. This would be my new binder. And that would be my tattoo. And all my weird things. So, I'm gonna put my shirt on because I don't really like sitting, having a video taken of me and my binder and my fatness. So, just gonna put my new shirt on. And yeah, so I don't know what else to say update-wise. I'm currently watching Juno, and I have this movie memorized to the T. It came out when I was a freshman in high school, and I watched it like 18 times in like 2 weeks or even 1 week. And it's really weird. It's on like Oxygen, and there's parts of it that I've never seen. So it must be like an extended version or like the theater version, because of the fact that I've seen it so many times and I'm seeing things I have not seen. So I'm happy. Yeah. Update, I guess, dating, life, work. Work is crazy, work is scary too. Yeah, but I guess that's kind of everything that comes with the territory. And I mean, it'd be kind of nice to know, like, see what it'd be like if I hadn't been outed prematurely at work, to see if I was maybe more comfortable with where I am in general and whatnot. So yeah. I definitely honestly feel like once I have my breasts removed, I'll be like 120% more confident in my kind of presentation as male, because I do constantly feel like I am looking down, being like, am I flat enough? I'm like hunching kind of too, and I try not to. I try to have a good posture, but then I also feel like if I have good posture, it's kind of making my chest protrude a little bit more, and I don't like that. And so, yeah. Being transgender is not fun, generally. But the fact that you're on a path to a better future where you are the gender you want to be is positive and good. There's just definitely bumps in the road, and I guess you just have to kind of slowly go over those. You don't want to zoom over, because otherwise things are going to get worse. But, yeah. Oh, I've been considering becoming a full-time vegetarian. I would say I'm a semi-veg for now, because I don't actively choose to eat meat more than like 90% of the time. And when I do eat meat, it occasionally makes me sick. So, I mean, I might as well just completely forget about it. Most of the things I eat aren't meat anyways, so it's not like I feel like I'm missing out. Although, my mother did turn me on to turkey bacon. So, I don't know. It's just a thought. Something I'll mule over. And yeah, I guess I will try and keep you updated. I will definitely, I think, post a video about how the first date went, since I haven't dated for like over a year, and I haven't dated as Michael or in this. And I mean, I am thankful for the fact that she is open to the idea of dating someone in my particular situation, because I wasn't open to the idea of dating anyone because of the fact that I didn't think I could find someone that would be okay with being seen with someone like me. Granted, I'm seen as male, but the fact that they know what's below the belt and what's behind my binder, I didn't know if that would make them comfortable. So, I'm gonna be happy, and I'm going to try and figure out what I should wear. Granted, it's not a very nice restaurant, but it's a good restaurant, very good, and I guess we could dress up, but, yeah, and I guess I think I might get her a gift, also. And I scheduled it for the day after payday, so I will have money in the bank, and we can have a fun time. Anyways, I think that's my life update. I'm really, really happy with my shirt. I spent like almost $50 on it, and I think it was worth it. Granted, the material is very like see-through. You can't see me, but yeah, it's good. I think next time if I make another one, I'm gonna try and outline. I really want a computer. I really, really want a computer so I can do more fun things. But I'm really glad that because of my recent phone update that my videos can be longer than 10 minutes. So that's good. And, oh, so interesting fact about Michael. Michael has a major obsession with Adidas. Most of his stuff, like athletic wear, is Adidas. His Toy Story shoes are Adidas. If he could find nice Adidas shoes that are kid size at Runner Soul, which is like the best shoe store in Spokane, he would, but he's okay with ASICS. Also, Michael has a weakness for Camelback. Camelback, yeah. All his water bottles are these. Mostly because Michael likes the fact that he can sleep with them. Yes, I sleep with my water bottles because I don't like having to get up in the middle of the night and go get a drink of water, or I don't know. I like to be lazy because I really don't like I don't like being fully awake and then having to try and fall back asleep again. I like to be like half asleep, half awake, find my water bottle next to my bed and just take a sip and not have to like get up, unscrew the bottle and everything. So yeah, although Michael does not like the new version of Camelback. Michael has some of the older styles, and he likes them a lot more, and Michael enjoys talking in the third person. The reason I don't like the new style as much is that the nipple receptor well, it doesn't taste different, but it's got a weird texture to it. It's like, I don't know. It's rough on the top, whereas the other ones are smoother. And it's much harder to open up because that's the squishy material as the part you drink out of, whereas the old ones were plastic, so you could grab it a lot easier and bend it down. And yeah, but the nice thing is that the straw is thicker, so I guess I should be happy with what I have. And yeah, so that's an interesting fact. 2 interesting facts about Michael. He has a big thing for Adidas. He would marry Adidas. I would literally, like, get an Adidas tattoo if it wasn't such a stupid idea. That's how much I love Adidas. And I love Camelback. I'm sorry. Oh, also, I cut my finger today. And it's not that bad. It's actually really minor. But I didn't have a Band-Aid. I only had gauze and some medical tape. And I only gauzed it up because of the fact that, I didn't realize that when I was filling up my gas, I, like, ripped it open even more. And I came home and I had dried blood all over my finger. And so, I'm gonna kinda, keep it from happening. And I'm really sorry that this video is going on half an hour. So, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching if you have watched. I hope you don't mind the fact that I rambled so much and everything. And if you have any questions, hit my inbox. Or you can email me at PeytonVoltaireJames@gmail.com. It'd be PEYTON.Voltaire VOLTAIRE.James. I hope you know how to spell James, but if you don't, JAMES@gmail.com. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask, or have questions about yourself that you may think I may be able to answer, hit me up and everything, and I'd be happy to answer them. And yeah. Oh, something I didn't know in my testosterone update, I actually think my face has slimmed down just a little bit, and that it's gotten maybe bigger, like my head. I don't know. I think it's progressing well, because I feel like it was really fat. But I'm Russian. Russians apparently have very, like, kind of circular faces. So yeah, have a great weekend. Stay safe, be smart, and enjoy dinosaurs, because I know I will. That's another thing Michael likes. He has dinosaur obsession. Yeah. Plus he sleeps with his teddy bear, Patches. Yeah. Patches and Michael, we don't go way back, but we go back far enough to enjoy each other's company. I would say so. Anyways, I'm gonna go finish watching Juno and see what else I can find that I have not seen on it. It's incredibly fascinating, and I'm very confused as well. If someone can answer why there is like an extended version of Juno and I did not know this, please let me know, because I am flabbergasted, I guess. I never expected more to Juno, and I'm very happy. Yeah, Michael can do fun eyebrows. Yeah. Have a good night.